I loved Power Club.
Come with me if you want to live.
I loved Power Club.
No time for time travel.
Welcome to the No Time for Time Travel podcast, where we are a podcast for nerds by nerds. My name is Tony, and I'm one of your co-hosts. And joining me this week is my good friend Quoc from Canada.
Hello.
All right, so we are a podcast where you, the listener, suggest a topic for us to discuss as the topic of the episode. Having said that, I did send a Twitter announcement out. We got some people that liked our announcement, but we actually did not get a topic suggestion for this week. I'm going back to a suggestion that Judge Greg made back in early July. And he asked us to discuss about retro video games. But yeah, Judge Greg, he's the co-host of the GWB podcast, and he's also the host of the Hero Talk. I think he changed it to Real Hero Talk. So yeah, part of the Enthusiasts network. But yeah, let's see. How are you doing?
Good, man. Good. That's about it. Nothing new. Nothing fancy.
Nothing new since, a few days ago?
What's that?
Nothing new since a few days ago?
Nope. Everything's still same old.
I see. How's life without class, actually?
It was good for a little bit. I had a 1 week break, and then I started work again. I'm like, oh, now I'm lazy. I don't want to do work, but I need money.
Well, are you planning to take more classes?
Eventually, but the classes are pretty expensive.
Okay.
So for now, I'm just okay. It was a good break, but then at the same time, I wasn't working, so that was too much of a break.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
it's nice to just come back to actually doing work for people who pays for you.
So your work, it's like a renewed thing from last year? Like you're doing the same thing?
Well, no, it's different studios. But then I'm doing freelance, and it's more doing work at home.
Uh-huh.
So it's just like the stuff I was doing before, but then now I stay at home, which is good and bad. Good because you could stay at home. Bad because you have to stay at home.
No, I mean I kind of understand that. So for me, I like working at work because I get to interact with people, but at the same time, being interactive with people, sometimes they interrupt me a lot, so my projects don't get done.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I understand from your standpoint too, because my girlfriend works and she gets interrupted with stuff at home, and it's easy to be so distracted with stuff around the house too.
Yeah.
So yeah. Is that how you feel?
Yeah, the internet is right there. I'm should do work, but I have so many things for me to click.
It's I should do work, but I have a shortcut to Reddit. And the Reddit has so many clicks. Yeah. So then are you gonna do classes with work, or are you just gonna take a break from classes?
Oh no, the class is done.
Yeah, I know, but I mean to do another class.
No, I'm not gonna take class for probably maybe another 2-3 years. So I just want to take what I learned from class and then just actually apply it, and then try to hone in on it for a little bit. And then once I feel there's more stuff to learn, or I progressed a bit,
mm-hmm.
then I'll go back to class. And it's all right, let's see, and just to check my progress and to see how far I've come.
Oh, okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Good plan. Are you doing a portfolio too of the work you've been doing?
Yeah, I am. But I already finishing the class. I already finished it, so I'm okay. Well, portfolio done. Now I get to work.
Okay,
that's it.
Cool. Are you allowed to even talk about the stuff you're working on, or is that right now under wraps?
I don't know. For my personal stuff, it's my own thing, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Okay. So,
yeah, but for it's nothing new. It's just how it is just choose a dialogue piece. Normally something short, so it will be manageable and easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody saying something from a movie or a TV show, and then you just try to animate it, pretty much just reinterpret the dialogue into what the scene could be doing.
So if I give you one right now, can you just talk about what you think you would do with it?
Sure. Yeah. Say something, I guess.
All right. How about "This is Sparta"?
Yeah, okay. It's a lot harder when when it's stuff that you've seen because it influences your creativity. But
Oh, okay.
let's see. I mean, like you could have like a kid building Lego and then showing it to like his to a friend or something, or like one of those was it those tour bus?
Like the party
where
bus.
they walk you and then you see like a big sign and just like, this is Sparta. Just be something cheesy.
So you take what that like dialogue is, and it becomes like your own creative like freedom, right?
Yeah.
Huh. That's
then-
interesting.
Yeah, the challenge is like you could try to make it. Of course, people could like just make it really crazy, but then you gotta make sure that you could finish it. Because so most time you just try to limit yourself to, let's say, there's only one character in this, and I want to keep it really simple. Maybe like I don't even want to make a set for it, so I need to figure out a way to. Those are my limitation. So I need to somehow do all that. So it could be creative, very creative. Because you're so limited on stuff, but at the same time, it just makes it harder. But it's a good exercise, though.
Man, if that was me, I'd probably just have like a professor in a classroom with a map and pointing to the map and say, "This is Sparta."
Yeah. The thing about it is like it's so annoying sometimes because the dialogue is already said in a certain way, right?
Yeah.
So you're like, damn it, why can't you say it like less enthusiastically?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, because this is Sparta, and then if you say like a professor on a map, you could do that, but you just need to make sure that he animate with that much enthusiasm as well.
Well, what you can do is you have like students that are really bad with geography, and he keeps saying like it's a different country, and then
yeah.
and then he gets angry. No,
Yeah, there you go.
this is Sparta. So let's see. We can move on to the nerd news.
Sure.
So there's a couple of news items that a lot of things happened this week. So one of the things was like, you know that movie, Batman v Superman. I guess not that movie, but the Justice League movie that's coming out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So Henry Cavill, the guy who plays Superman, right? So he's also in the next Mission Impossible movie. So what happened is in the Justice League movie, he's super clean shaven, and in the Mission Impossible movie, he has like a giant mustache. But then while he's currently filming for Mission Impossible, and but now they have to do reshoots for Justice League, and so he's coming back to Justice League, and they're doing filming, but then the Mission Impossible directors are saying to the Justice League people that they cannot shave his mustache. So it's so ridiculous. So it got to the point where right now the agreement, I guess, is that because so the Mission Impossible people are like, oh, he has a mustache, it's very important, you'll understand when you see the movie. And I'm just like, how is that so important that you have to see the movie to understand that it can't be like a CGI mustache, you know? But yeah, it's that important. So now every reshoot scene in Justice League, they're gonna CGI off the mustache.
Wow.
And that's gonna cost millions of dollars, man. I don't know. What do you think?
I guess so, but so they don't want a mustache, and then he has to have a mustache for other film. I mean, which one is is progressed more?
Well, they said, like, they don't tell you the story, but in Mission Impossible, they said that his mustache is important. And I'm like, what? How can it be important?
Like, as in, like, is the Mission Impossible filming almost done more than the Justice League one?
No, it's currently filming right now. And Justice League, everything's been done except the reshoots. They're
so
only doing reshoots. Because Justice League is coming out in November. So, it's coming out very soon.
Yeah, I mean... I don't know what to think.
Frame by frame, man.
Yeah, I think it's just annoying in a sense, but it's their money. It's stupid how much they waste over it.
Yeah, but I mean, on that note, like, have you seen any other movies out there where they did CGI when they did not really need to?
I feel like there's a bunch of movies sometimes. Sometimes like they do like those stunts, stunts where it's like car explosion. Mm-hmm. I was like, man, you used real cars it's cool and everything, but it's like, man, that's like a one take, or else you redo everything, you pay more money.
Oh yeah.
So they gotta get. I forgot which one it was. It was like a car going off like a parking lot or something,
Uh-huh.
and then it goes down, and then it just like blows up, and it causes there's like a whole bunch of other cars in below as well. So it's like a chain
Mm-hmm.
of explosion
Dang.
or something
Which
like
movie
that.
was that?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember.
Well, I know. Did you watch the Dark Knight?
Yeah.
So the hospital explosion was one take, and you remember how like the hospital exploded, and then it kind of stopped, and then the Joker was like thinking like, oh, what the hell, and just pressed the
Yeah.
buttons, and then it continued to explode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's actually a fluke in the movie. So the movie itself, it was doing the explosion, and there was something wrong with the explosion, and
Oh.
Heath Ledger, when he was playing the Joker, he played it off. He was staying in character, like as the Joker, to like just continue pressing the button in character to be like, what the heck? And then like, so they kept that shot in because it was so like Joker-like. But,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, but then that's one of those things where you're talking about like it's one shot or like you're done. That entire hospital.
It's crazy. Like I don't know. Like sometimes there's movies where it's like a mix of CG characters, where they could just like wear not like cheesy costume, but they could just have like a either person in prosthetics or something, like a scar or something. And it'll be a lot easier, and they'll save the money.
Oh my gosh, you're reminding me of the Green Lantern.
Oh
Do you remember that?
no, what part are you talking about?
His entire costume was CG.
Oh.
It looked really bad, really, really bad.
Yeah.
Now I think like for me though, if I had to choose one, it would be like John Wick. Have you seen John Wick?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So like in the first movie, how like the dog is outside. You probably don't remember this, but the dog pooped outside, and then the dog ran back to John Wick, but there was poop on the floor. And he had to go pick it up. That poop is actually CG. I don't
What?
I don't know. Like I have no idea. Like I mean I heard that there's something about like you can't give dogs laxatives or something, but
Right.
but like can't you just like put a fake like poop on the floor?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yeah. So it's like some guy had to like go frame by frame and put like fake poop for a dog. So, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Questionable choice sometimes.
Yep. But I mean if they have the money, I guess. I don't know.
It's just extra work that.
Yeah. But yeah, the other news item is, did you hear the Emoji Movie was released?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you hear the ratings?
No. I
8% on Rotten Tomatoes.
could already tell from like the trailer.
Oh, really? I actually did not even see the trailer, because I'm like, really? Like this movie? Oh, actually, you know what? 8% was this morning. I'm looking at it right now. It looks like it went down to 6%. Oh my gosh. It's terrible.
It's so funny. Like a lot of people like that work in Vancouver,
Uh-huh.
they were trying to get into Sony ImageWorks because they're moving from TV shows to movies essentially. So it's a move up. But then at the same time, when the option was there, it was like you can now work on an Emoji Movie, and then people were like, I want to go into movies, but man, I don't want to go into that movie.
I know,
And
right?
And like everybody that was on it, or that I heard from anyways, they were like, only 2 more weeks and then this project will be done. Thank God.
Wow, so even the people who
Just
worked
dreading
on
the
it,
day. Yeah.
that's crazy, because it like people who are working on that are also feeling that way. It's going to reflect in the movie itself.
Oh yeah, because I mean, like the whole synopsis of it for me wasn't even that interesting.
You know, it
When I
just
started
felt like Inside Out, actually, but bad.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I can see that. It's like Inside Out, or was it Wreck-It Ralph, right? But then not as entertaining.
I think it's like a combination of both, but the worst
Yeah.
parts of both, actually. Yeah.
Entertaining. So I'm like,
And you know,
Oh,
I'm
ideas.
reading like the production of it, and it's like the film was inspired by the director's love for Toy Story. I was like, what?
who did not see that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could be inspired by it, but then do some justice to it. I don't know. I feel bad for like, talking down on it when I don't even I haven't even watched it.
Yeah.
But considering what everyone else is saying, I don't want. Dude, Anna Faris is in the movie as a character named Jailbreak.
Jailbreak?
Yeah, Jailbreak. Like, you know when you jailbreak your phone?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The names are like really lame. Like High Five, the hand emoji, and Smiler, the smiley emoji, and Mel Meh, the meh emoji.
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart is poop. So
Yeah. It was different.
yeah. And Rachel Ray, the cook, the TV cook, chef, she plays a spam.
Oh, message.
Yeah.
I was weak for some reason.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's funny that Rachel Ray is spam. Like, the casting itself is a joke. So, yeah. Oh my gosh. But yeah. We're gonna move on from emoji, because, like...
It's too depressing for you.
Yeah. On a better note, Deadpool 2 recently had, like, 2 pictures today that was released. And to the listeners, we're recording on the Monday this week. But, yeah, like, 2 pictures got released today. And it's of the new character named Domino. So I don't know if you've seen it yet. No? Okay. Yeah, it's this new character named Domino. In the comics, she her powers are like she changes probability, and yeah, I mean it looks pretty cool. It just came out of nowhere. Yeah. Oh, here's some interesting things. The Batman trilogy with Ben Affleck. He just signed off, supposedly from like inside sources, quote unquote. Ben Affleck just signed on to be in the Batman trilogy, and the end of the trilogy is gonna lead into a Batman Beyond movie. So, yeah, I don't know how you feel about that. I know you don't like superhero movies, but this is kind of a little different. So
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I liked Batman Beyond the series back then.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Like, I guess it's the only thing I could do is just wait and see how the take on it is, because I don't really have a lot of hope for remakes or sequels of things. I feel like they're just trying to drag on more things. So I'm like, well, show me what you can do. Once I see it, then it's like, yeah, then I might get excited. But just hearing what I was like, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing about the Batman trilogy is it's being done by Matt Reeves, which is the guy who's doing the Planet of the Apes movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, that's kind of cool because like he's been good at keeping the Planet of Apes movies like pretty fresh in each sequel. So I guess it might be a good sign. But you know, again, like you said, we never know until we actually.
Yeah, please don't be emoji.
Yeah, please do not cast Patrick Stewart as like poop. See what else? Oh, the next thing I have is have you ever played Pokemon Go?
Yeah.
Have you heard of like the recent stuff?
More or less like the raids and stuff, right?
Yeah, the raids birds. And yeah. So the other most recent thing is that they have the legendary Pokemon now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know if you've seen that.
I've heard about it, but like the one time where I should turn on Pokemon Go last week, I was like, oh, I'm not going out today, and there's no Pokemon nearby, and there's no gym nearby. I was like, oh, I didn't stop. I'll turn it off for one day while actually.
Oh yeah, that's true, because where you're at, like, there's not many gyms or many like places with Pokemon, huh?
I mean, there's Pokemons, but then they're just like common Pokemons. And then yeah, to get to the next gym, I'll probably have to walk out of the house for like 15 minutes. I don't really want to walk.
Well, that's the point
So
of
lazy.
Pokemon Go.
I'm that lazy, Tony. It lost me. It had its chance, and it blew it.
You know, our friend Lon, she lives right next to a park. So when like she wakes up, she can just turn on Pokemon Go and catch Pokemon. Like she could just sit there and then she'll find like a Jigglypuff or something.
Yeah.
So jealous.
I remember when it first started, she started saying like, "Oh, I'm at my house now. Oh look, Pokemon." 2 minutes like, "Oh look, another Pokemon." I'm like, "Work. There's no Pokemons." I walk home, nothing but Drowsies. Drowsies actually, or was pretty common in Vancouver area.
You know,
I know it's not.
Yeah, you know, that was really annoying because for me, I could not find any Drowsies, and I wanted to get the Drowsies. It's like so ridiculous.
It's funny because for us, people at work, we were just making fun of it, saying like, you know, you're near work when there's a whole bunch of Drowsies around.
Oh. Did you guys actually have like, if you were like near a water area, did you get water Pokemon and stuff?
We weren't by a lot of water area. so I couldn't confirm it. But that's what I heard. That's what I heard that it was true. So probably.
Are there any like snow
Pokemon?
I know that sounds really lame coming from anyone actually.
Not from the first generation, right? I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't really know.
I mean, there's like the ice Pokemon.
Yeah, like something like that. I'm wondering if like they made that specific to like regions like Canada where it snows and
like Drowsies.
I don't get why Drowsies are in Canada.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so funny.
Is it because there's nothing to do and you're always drowsy?
Dude, I have no idea. I would have traded. I think that was the one time. Did I go? Yeah, when I came back, I showed you guys my Pokedex, and I was like, look at all the Drowsies and Hypnos. I had to turn them into Hypnos because I had no more room for more Drowsies.
I wish they let us do like trading because like that would have kept me playing with the game. I
know.
Yeah, like I stopped playing like maybe like so when the game was released last July, I played so much that I got to level like 26 by like early August, and I got bored because I couldn't do anything else, and I stopped playing.
Yeah, people hit like the end game really fast, and I was like, oh okay, yeah, that's cool, and then Niantic couldn't keep up or didn't put out enough content at the time, so it definitely did suck because I was like, oh yeah, I'll trade you my Drowsy for all the common Pokemon here because they don't exist where I am every time.
Yeah.
Damn it! I want a Ponyta. Still don't have it.
Really? Wow. Yeah, there's so many Ponytas over in the States.
I know. People show us like, oh look at Ponyta. I was like, it's. I know it's a common. You guys get a lot, but still, I don't see a lot of those.
Yeah. No, they did shuffle it around, but like I stopped caring to even play anymore.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean
It's too late.
Yeah, I mean the recent announcement of like the legendary Pokemon, the legendary birds.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, but it's not cool enough to get me to start playing again.
Yeah, same here. And then it's like, oh, there's raids where you take down like big gym bosses together with friends and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, cool. I don't care.
But the battle system's dumb. You just press the screen. It's like dodge and then attack. That's all you do. Dodge and attack. I don't know.
And sometimes the dodge doesn't dodge. I'm like, I'm clearly out of the way.
Yeah, I think there's some kind of lag because like I'm out of the way and then like I still get attacked.
Yeah, I'm right behind them.
Yeah,
hit. God damn.
Yeah, so I mean it's nice that for me for T-Mobile they say like you can get unlimited play of Pokemon Go if you have T-Mobile, like no data cap. But then it's like it doesn't mean matter. I don't.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but anyway. Let's see the next news item. So I don't know if you heard about this, but so there was like a rumor where they were saying like Facebook was working on this AI, like artificial intelligence. And then like these two artificial intelligence were talking to each other, and then Facebook had to like shut it down because the two AIs were like developing their own language to talk to each other.
Oh, I heard something similar, but I wasn't really clear about what happened.
Yeah, so the initial article was saying like these two AI bots, right? They were talking to each other with English words, but then they found that the English language was not efficient enough. So then they used English not syntax, but English words to develop their own syntax to make a more efficient language. And it freaked like Facebook engineers out and they shut it down. But today, Facebook actually came out with an announcement saying, like, no, that's not true. That was not the intent. The intent was to develop a bot where, like, it can assess human language and be able to answer and, adapt to human language so that the bot talks to you and you talk to the bot and the bot is, like, indistinguishable from, like, a human.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they're saying, like, oh, no, that was not our intent. So, like, these two bots that, you know, these rumors are blown out of proportion. But, you know, I don't know. What do you think? You think it's like real or do you think it's like Facebook's trying to cover it up?
I feel it is a cover up.
Yeah.
It's so weird to say like it's a cover up because it's so obscure. I feel like it's a cover up. Let's see.
I mean, I agree. I think it's a cover up too. They're just trying to save face right now.
Yeah. Because I think there was one time at work, my friend sent me like a stream of like two bots talking to each other like on Twitch. and then they would just it's like those auto something talking bots or whatever, and they were just talking to each other and saying random things. Like one was they were just slowly discovering what they are. Like, oh, one's a male and one female, and then it's like I love you, and then stuff like that. And then somehow somewhere along the way, the conversation changed to like I think it's like something along the line of killing humans.
Yeah, I actually remember like reading about that. Like they were talking, like the bot suddenly like shifted to saying like, oh, like it's something about the world is inefficient with the humans, and then something else like, oh, the humans should be eliminated, and then it's just like starting to agree with each other. Yeah.
It got really dark really fast.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was pretty creepy. So
it was.
Yeah, so I mean, I agree with you. I think Facebook is covering this up, but I mean, let's hope Facebook doesn't listen to us and then shut down their Facebook. What?
It's not like we're sponsored by Facebook, though, right?
No, we're not. So the other thing, the next news item is, have you heard HBO was recently hacked and they lost like 1 point something terabytes of information?
Oh, really? Like security stuff?
Not accounts, but more of like all the stuff that they had planned for. So their data was leaked online, and everyone, like literally everyone, is like they don't care about any of the other data. They just care about Game of Thrones. So yeah. So people were like, "Oh my gosh, Game of Thrones got leaked." So the hackers started releasing like information. They released some upcoming episodes of the other shows. And then, like, they also have written material that's, like, to talk about the next episode of Game of Thrones and what's going to be on it. So...
Is that a good thing or a bad thing for people who are enthusiasts about it?
I don't know, because, like, at this point, the books are behind, so it's kind of like if people read the books before the show, Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, what do you think?
Is it mostly Game of Thrones stuff, or are there like new upcoming shows or as well?
The hackers released an upcoming episode of Ballers, which is the show of The Rock, and another episode of Room 104. And then like the only thing they got from Game of Thrones was like written material.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I think it's kind of okay in a way. Just because you can think of it as like free marketing in a way, where you're like, oh yeah, we're gonna leak this information and see how the crowd reacts, and then if it's like a positive reaction, we keep going with it. If it's like upcoming stuff and that's new, right?
Yeah, but it's like upcoming stuff within a week, which is something they already done. So they can't really change it at this.
Well, I mean, at the same time, it's like people who don't watch HBO, they're gonna find alternatives to watch it.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, oh well, now it's a little bit more easier to find it. That's about it. Because I'm sure, like, if you want to watch Game of Thrones, you can watch Game of Thrones without having. There are so many ways. So it's not too bad, I would think. If it was more like on a account level sort of thing, where it's like, oh yeah, these are people that paid for the account, and then they're gonna here are the credit cards, that sort of thing. Okay, that's a big issue. Mm-hmm. But if it's like, oh yeah, well, you get to watch next week episode this week, yay. I guess it's bad for them, because it's like, oh well, now you can't watch it again unless you really want to.
Yeah, it lowers the ratings for HBO, but I guess it doesn't really matter that much.
I think I think it's fine for the most part. It won't lower too much. Mm. People who sign up for it are gonna watch it eventually, or like regardless. Mm. And people who don't watch it on HBO through alternative sources, then they're not gonna go through it anyway. So, because you essentially you pay for it, right? You pay for HBO, and if you have it, then you're gonna keep watching it. If it's leaked, then it's like, okay, well, I still paid for it, might as well.
Yeah, that's true. And yeah, HBO is actually not that expensive. Side topic. Because like I used to get it through Amazon, and my Amazon Prime account, I got like Amazon Prime Video HBO.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was cool, but then I realized I don't watch.
Oh yeah, so you don't even watch Game of Thrones, right?
No, I don't, because it's too much to catch up. And I just don't like medieval stuff.
You're more of a sci-fi guy, though, right?
Yeah, I'm more like Stargate, Star Wars, Star Trek, Star something, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Let's see. The next news item is the last news item I have is Reddit. So Reddit just recently raised like over $200 million, and they're now worth $1.8 billion. Yeah, they got a lot of investors investing in them. But the thing that is kind of weird right now is that they're going to be redesigned, and their page is going to look more like Twitter or Facebook or any of those social media places. Yeah. So a lot of like people are complaining, but I don't know. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, I feel like the moment they go that route, everything's going to start looking the same. Like I started, like, I think I told you before, when I started complaining, she was like, oh my God, I just found out LinkedIn is like Facebook now. I'm like, my God.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. You just told me that last week.
Yeah. So it was like, the moment everything is going towards one special thing, one certain thing, and imitating everything, it's like, oh, you're not even special anymore. There's like no purpose anymore. Because before, with Facebook, like a long time ago, it was just like college students only.
Oh yeah.
And then that was like during like the MySpace age. And then it's like, oh yeah, that's cool. And so it's like people within college. So that was a nice connection. And then it became very public and became like a MySpace. And it's like, okay, it's pretty good, successful. And then LinkedIn set it apart from it was because it's more geared towards professionals. And now it's just like a Facebook. You could post stuff on it. Like, oh, it doesn't have to do anything with job related stuff. It's like, here's my evening lunch.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I was like, dude, this is stupid. Why am I still signed up for this? So it's meant for professional connection, which is good, but it's slowly leaning towards that Facebook route where everything is like the social media. So I'm like, oh, that's cool, but for me, like I guess like I just turn away from that a lot the moment it stopped being what it was intended to be. Mm-hmm. Like people still use it for professional reasons. Like I still use it, but I could see it like drifting towards like more personal use. And it's become a quiet turn off. I'm like, oh, and it's only a matter of time, I feel like, until something changes. And another social media comes out that's different, and people will adapt to that.
I feel like eventually Facebook is trying to buy it out, and it's going to be like Facebook Business or something like that.
Yeah, it's definitely going to happen.
Well, it's kind of tough because now it's under LinkedIn is under the ownership of Microsoft. So I don't think Microsoft's going to give that up to.
Yeah, no, but it's definitely going towards that route though. So that's why like it might not be the very same thing as Facebook, but it's trying to be a Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Topic of the episode.
All right, so let's move on to the topic of the podcast. All right, so again, Judge Greg has recommended that we talk about retro video games. So I'm actually going to break this down to different groups, and it's going to be 8-bit era, 16-bit era, the 32/64-bit era, and then PC games of the 90s. So
PC.
I mean, even if it was like Pong, that's so we could start off with like, let's just talk about like our own experiences with like these retro video games. What are our favorites, and some yeah, so the 8-bit era, I remember you talked about Atari, right?
Yeah. That thing was awesome because that was there was Space Invaders.
Oh, was that on Atari?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that was awesome because it's just like, it was kind of cool because you just play like on a joystick and it felt like you're in an arcade.
Oh yeah. So the joystick, was it good at like mounting on the table and didn't move around?
No, you essentially, it's like a coaster where you like put like your cups and stuff on. So it's that big where you could just hold it in your hands. So you just hold it on there and then depending on the joystick, sometimes there's buttons on the joystick itself, or sometimes there's like on the box on the corner. Just click on that. So whatever, it's like a design sort of thing. Mm-hmm. But essentially one button one joystick.
So you played Space
Yeah.
Invaders. What else was there?
There was like it was something similar to Pitfall.
Mhm.
There was like baseball.
Baseball is not similar to Pitfall.
No. There's a game called something similar to Pitfall, but I forgot what it's like called.
Okay.
But then there's another game where it's like baseball.
Uh-huh.
There's the Mario one that you know about, where it's just like you're in the sewers, and then you just it's like waves and waves of different of Goombas.
Oh, okay. I think that was like I think we talked about that. It was like Jumpman or something.
Yeah, essentially.
Let me see, Jumpman. Let me see, Jumpman. Sorry, I'm gonna look it up real quick. Jumpman Atari. Man, it's really. Yeah, Jumpman was on the Atari. Jumpman was a platformer.
Oh yeah, there's.
Huh?
No, there's Donkey Kong.
What?
Like
What'd you
Donkey
say?
Kong.
Oh, Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
Cool. Did you play that a lot?
it's nothing like Jumpman. Donkey Kong. Yeah, that was awesome. It was hard. I
Okay.
think Atari. Oh yeah, it is Mario Brothers.
They have Mario
Yeah.
Brothers on the Atari.
Yeah. This let me see the link. This is the one I'm talking about.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Where you actually jump on turtles.
Yeah. No, that's crazy that they had a lot of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Wow.
there's a bunch of Atari stuff. I don't even.
I wonder what made Nintendo decide to be like, hey, these games on the Atari are really cool. Let's make our own system.
I don't know.
Huh. Cool. Was there any like other Atari games
yeah,
that you
there-
remember?
I think there was a Star Wars one.
Oh, okay.
There's definitely Galaxian.
Oh, Galaga? Or is that what you're talking about? Or
No, Galaxian. It's like Galaga,
it's like a sequel or something, right?
where it's like I don't know about sequel, but essentially it's like the Space Invaders versus the Galaxia thingy, where like ships come at you and it just come and it's in a row. And you
Oh,
get powered up.
okay. Oh, I'm reading it up right now.
Yeah.
It actually, Galaga is the sequel to Galaxian.
Yeah, there you go.
That's cool.
So funny, so stupid,
Yeah, it's just exactly like Space Invaders. Well, I don't know.
but it's cooler because they dive at you.
Oh yeah, I'm reading it right now. It says, in contrast to Space Invaders, Galaxian added an element of drama by having the aliens
Yeah.
periodically make kamikaze-like dives into the player's ship.
Yeah. See?
Oh man, that's funny.
I think there was Asteroid as well.
Oh gosh, Asteroids was so hard to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had to turn your ship and move
Missile
forward.
Command.
What?
Yeah. Missile Command. The one where you're pretty much like, you have a bunch of missiles or a bunch of rocket at the base. And you have rockets coming down at you, and your goal is just to shoot them before it hits your base
Yeah, I remember Missile Command.
constantly.
Do you remember playing something like Scorched Earth? I don't know if it was on the Atari.
Oh.
What?
Earth.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, I hear you.
Can you
Yes.
hear me?
Yep.
Okay, let me just mark this down because there's some like issues with the connection. Let's see, 47.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Scorched Earth was a pretty fun game too. It was like the basis of like Gunbound.
Oh, okay.
You played Scorched Earth,
Let me
right?
see. Yeah, I played something. I don't know if it's Scorched Earth, but I played something similar to it for sure, and it's not Gunbound, but before the Gunbound age.
Yeah. I played that on the PC actually, so it was really
Oh, yeah.
Atari. But you know how PC they used to have like those CDs that are shareware games.
The CD that were what?
Shareware.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, they had a lot of really cool games on there. Like Scorched Earth was one of them. There was like Commander Keen. There's like the first few levels of Wolfenstein and the first few levels of Doom.
See, for me, it was like number crunchers.
Oh, have you ever played Math Blaster?
Yeah, dude, I bought it like at a swap meet, and that was fun.
Yeah. There was like this. I forgot which part was it. It was the one where like you had to do math as fast as you can. Every time you do it right, it shoots a missile, and it was like it's like
Oh, yeah.
pillars. It was pillars. You had to do each pillar correctly, and
Man.
yeah, man, that was fun.
Yeah, I remember the was it the IBM back then, right? The apples.
Apple II.
Is that what they are? Yeah, the apples.
Yeah.
The games that you play at school was like, was it math or number crunchers, and then Oregon Trail.
Oh yeah, Oregon Trail. The only thing you do is hunt.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, buddy. Yeah, I died somehow along the way. Damn it.
Yeah, you always die of dysentery. You have died from dysentery.
It's the bunny. Shit.
Yeah.
But no, those were like really fun games at the time, I guess.
Yeah, I mean for the 8-bit era, for you, like you had the Atari, but for me it was like all about NES. Because like I never had an Atari, so NES.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Yeah, the games I played was like Contra and Super C. When my dad bought the system for me, he bought the bundle, and the bundle had the 3-in-1 gig cartridge. It was Super Mario Brothers 1, and then it was the Duck Hunt. Yeah, Duck Hunt was fun.
With the actual gun.
Yes, I had the actual gun. The bundle had that too, and then the third game was Track and Field. So,
oh yeah, I remember Track and Field.
Yeah.
So silly.
I always think of that like Generation 1 DDR, you know?
A, B, run faster.
I know. And it was like that trick where you played the long jump. I remember playing the long jump. It was like run, jump, and then just like stand off of the pad and wait until your character goes really far and then jump back onto it.
Oh man. There's a pad?
Yeah, well, it was a floor pad for that.
Oh, I didn't know about that one.
Oh, okay. No, that's for me. That's what my dad got me. It was a giant bundle. So the pad the pad was just like DDR, but
cool.
It was just AB, and you just run, and then when you jump up, you land on the AB again. That's when you land your long jump.
Oh,
yeah.
See, there's so many good games with Nintendo though, like Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, Ninja Turtles is fun. Turtles in Time.
Oh yeah. That's really fun.
Yeah.
It got really good once you like. I mean that was one. I mean with this Nintendo one or Super Nintendo one, it's only 2 players.
Mm-hmm.
But then now that it's more modern time and people play it like or download it for the PlayStation from the PlayStation Network, it's like 4 players. We could all be turtles.
Oh yeah. It's crazy, right? Like just how like how that all like advanced.
Yeah, because before it was like. If you want to play, you go to the arcade because you could play 4 players with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then now it's like, yeah, you could play 2 players. But if you have the games and you only play 2 players, like, yeah. And then 2 out of 4 is not bad. Yeah. And then you have people watching.
Yeah, in the arcade it was fun because, like, you always had, like, the 4-player controller. Like, you know, for The Simpsons, it was, like, 4 players. And stuff.
Oh, yeah. They spent so much money in arcades at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes, Chuck E. Cheese. That's where I was at too. Like it was that game, and then the X-Men arcade game.
God, is it the one that we played at your place?
Yes,
sometime?
yeah, the one that they did a remake.
Oh, it's so stupid.
Kill you. Kill you. I am Magneto, master of magnet. So bad.
Oh my god, the 90s were awesome. But that's the 80s, right? Because it's an 80 game.
Yeah, like it started in the 80s and it ended around the early 90s.
Yeah. River City Ransom, that was a fun game.
Oh yeah, if we had Liam here, he'll talk about it forever.
Yeah, that's why I'm talking for him. I mentioned it in his.
Man, I love like playing Double Dragon, man. Like,
yeah,
Double Dragon was. I had Double Dragon 2: The Revenge, and the American version had different codes than the Japanese version. So the American version, you didn't really have many codes, but the Japanese version had this thing where like you press certain buttons, like 3 buttons, it skips to the next level.
Oh.
Yeah. So when I have the American one, and when I was a kid growing up, I never passed the 3rd stage. Did you ever play Double Dragon 2?
I don't know if it was 2 or not. I played a lot of Double Dragons, but I remember like it was for Nintendo, Super Nintendo.
Okay, because the one I had was like the first level was you're on like the alleyway of the street, and you climb up some ladders, and then like the boss was like a guy that was bigger than most of the other guys. And then the second level, you were inside the helicopter, and you had to like every time the door opens, you have to like prevent yourself from falling out of the helicopter.
I need to look it up.
Yeah, it's called Dragon Ball. Sorry, not Dragon Ball. Double Dragon 2: The Revenge.
Oh, it looks familiar. I'm pretty sure I played it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I definitely played it.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember the song still too. It's like do 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 do.
Oh man, yeah, definitely play this one.
Yeah, that was my
I didn't know-
favorite.
Was that Nintendo? Man, I thought it was Super Nintendo for some reason.
Oh no, that was on Nintendo. I spent so
Uh,
many hours. And if you played the last level, you actually play against a shadow version of yourself. But
Oh,
the shadow version of yourself, they can do the hurricane kicks like you, but they can
oh
also
yeah,
they
I
shoot
remember.
fireballs.
yeah. It was hard.
Yeah.
I had to play cheat code.
Yeah, it was weird because then you're like Hadouken. I'm like, what the heck? Is this like legal?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
I remember. Yeah, no, I think there's so many good games on Nintendo. I think I liked a lot of the Mega Man series.
Oh yeah, Mega Man, yeah. Oh, I have a trivia thing for you.
Sure.
Which Mega Man had two of the bosses determined by Nintendo Power Readers?
Wait, what readers?
The Nintendo Power magazine, they had a vote in a submission thing. And so Nintendo Power Readers actually voted to create two of the bosses in which Mega Man series.
Oh god, two of the bosses.
One of the characters is Windman. I forgot the other one.
Oh god damn it! Is that 5 or 6? 5 or 6, one of those, right?
Man, you're good. It was Mega Man 6.
6, yeah. I was thinking 6 because 6 was the more successful one.
Oh,
I
really?
Felt like. Oh, it felt like it because it had a lot of new stuff to it.
Uh-huh.
Like it was kind of upgrading. I was like, oh man, I remember playing 6 like a lot of hours on it. Spent so many hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but man, I think the one thing I remember from Mega Man series was like Mega Man 3. There was I don't know if it's not really a hack or maybe a hack, but like on with the second controller, you hold down a button or something, and then you know how if you go into a pit you die.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't really die. You can actually jump out of it. You go into the pit, you jump out of it. It's like a free vulnerability or sort of thing.
Oh, that's
It's like
cool.
a high jump. I was like, oh my god, what? My friend and I were playing. I was like, what the hell is this? So he was like, yeah, it's hold down.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just like the game glitch or if it's like part of it or like a part of a secret you're supposed to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I remember that was fun. 3 was fun. 4 was hard. 5 was okay.
I think the only Mega Man I played on the NES was like Mega Man.
Oh, I think I played 2.
It was very hard.
Oh man. Yeah. Oh yeah, all the Mega Man were hard.
Yeah, they don't make games like that anymore.
You remember how like with Mega Man you have to write down the code like when you beat a
Oh,
certain
gosh,
level,
the
you have to get a
password?
password.
Yeah.
And the password is like was it a 10 by 10 grid or
Oh
something
my
like that?
gosh.
6
Yeah,
by
that's
6?
crazy. Like,
So you're like, I have like pages of like password after I beat a level. I'm like, oh crap, what level is this? Which password is this for? And then I lose it. I'm like, no, my password. Now I have to start over again.
yeah, it was actually always bad because my mom would throw away papers and,
Oh.
you know, she'd throw away my password paper. She's like, what is this gibberish? It's trash. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, back then the password systems were so...
You know, but I'm very surprised how intricate it is now that I think about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually, it's not really, like, you could have two different passwords for the same level. And it's because, like, in the password itself, only certain positions actually matter. And then,
Oh.
yeah, everything else is just a fill-in.
Oh.
Yeah.
God, I remember extra thing for nothing. Damn it.
Well, I mean, I think every one of us did that. So,
Yeah, I know. Stupid kids.
yeah. But let's see, what else was on NES that I really liked? There's this game, I don't think you played it because I don't think a lot of people played it. It's called Captain Skyhawk. Have you heard of it?
Captain Skyhawk. No, I don't think I have.
Oh, okay. So Captain Skyhawk is like isometric airplane fighting, airplane like shooting game.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like Raiden, but then like at the same time, you don't just control left and right. When you press down, you're gonna hover your aircraft upwards, and you press up, you're gonna like dive it down.
Oh,
And,
cool.
yeah, it was isometric, and the game itself was really difficult, and it was like kind of, I feel like it was ahead of its time. Yeah,
Makes
it
sense.
was crazy. It was really hard too, and most of the levels are the same levels, but then it gets faster with more enemies and harder to kill enemies. So the main gameplay is overhead, and then some levels are behind the spaceship. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like Afterburner style. So it's a kind of 3D. And then some of the levels are like you got to dock into your docking station, but the docking station is like it spins all the time, so you have to time your ship to spin with it and then fly in and dock.
Oh
So,
wow,
yeah, it was way ahead of its time.
that's a lot of options.
Yeah, like if you get a chance, like if you like just play like an old version of it or something, you
Yeah.
should check it out. It's a game that I spent so many hours on, and I feel like it's way ahead of its time. Definitely try
Man.
it out. Like it's a good game. Yeah.
There's so many good games on Nintendo though.
Yeah, there was also this game called Contra Force. I don't know if you heard of it.
Sounds really familiar. I'm pretty sure I played it. Contra Force.
Yeah, it's a sequel from Contra, but
Uh-huh.
it's like you can switch out characters. Each character has a different ability, and
I'm pretty sure I played it. Looks really familiar. Cause like the newer, yeah, it was like the newer style. Yeah.
yeah, it didn't feel anything like the classic Contra. It was definitely
So
different. Other games that I play, I had Bionic Commando, Rampage.
Oh, Rampage.
Yeah,
So
Rampage is fun. What else did I have? I had some weird games too that no one ever played, like Infiltrator and Fester's Quest.
I'm trying to remember if that was, like the games I played were like Nintendo or Super Nintendo. But I think it was Nintendo. It was like a Dodgeball or something like that.
Dodgeball was on Nintendo, and Super Dodgeball was on SNES.
Okay.
Yeah, I played
Is
both of them. I like the Super Dodgeball better because you could do special moves and stuff.
Oh, okay. So it might be that one then. That might be
Okay.
this one. Because I remember like doing super moves where you run in and you dash and you when you throw it, it does like a certain move.
Yeah,
With the ball.
that's Super Dodgeball.
Okay.
And then the characters look like they're from River City Ransom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the theme of Nintendo's.
yeah.
River City Ransom characters.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, I guess we could just move on to the 16-bit era. So that's like SNES and Genesis.
Yep.
So I know that for you,
Okay.
you played SNES, and for me, I was Genesis. So
Yep.
you could start off with SNES.
Sure. Donkey Kong. The graphics were so good.
Yeah,
The gameplay was so fun.
it was kind of like 3D. But you know what? When I played Donkey Kong, I hated all the levels in which you were in that what was it, that crate that was on the rails?
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Man, I hated those
So-
so much.
I think it was like one of those, because it was like one of those interactive co-op though, right? Because you had to free your partner.
Oh yeah,
to
yeah.
play. So it was like, oh, it's optional. You could play single player, or you could play with your friends. That was fun.
Yeah, that was like I think pretty new for its time too. Because then
Yeah.
one of the other games, Left 4 Dead, it did the same thing where like if your co-op character dies, you have to save another one in a different area.
Oh, cool. What Genesis game did you play, Tony? Sonic?
Yeah, all the Sonic games. I played Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know the game that I think is underrated is Sonic Spinball. Have you heard of that?
I feel like I played it. Sonic Spinball.
Yeah, Sonic Spinball was Sonic, but like you play as the character of Sonic, but the level, like once you hit a certain part, you become a pinball ball. So you play a pinball game.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was
Pretty cool.
definitely unique for its time. But what other Genesis games? I feel like all I had was like Mortal Kombat and
I mean, like, yeah, Sonic was the big Genesis icon.
yeah,
That-
yeah. Especially when they introduced Knuckles, he was so badass.
Oh yeah, I remember like knowing about Knuckles. Like, man, I wish I had Genesis, but I don't.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean the thing about like Sonic was like the whole Sonic series reminds me of Dragon Ball, and
Uh-huh.
like so Knuckles, he started off as a villain and he eventually joined Sonic, and
Oh, okay.
it felt like kind of like Sonic is Goku and Knuckles is Vegeta.
Mr. Vegeta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was cool, and then Sonic, he becomes Super Sonic with golden spiky hair when he gets like
Oh,
the
yeah.
seven Chaos Emeralds.
7 Chaos Emerald, 7 Dragon Ball. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was cool. Yeah. So there was the game called Columns. I don't know if you played it or heard of it. It's a puzzle game. What other game? I know there was a game called Fantasy Star, but I never played it.
Oh, I know about that. I think it's on SNES too, though, right?
No, it's a Genesis.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, but Fantasy Star was like known as, oh my gosh, that's the best Genesis RPG.
Columns. Okay, I played these separately. It's not for Genesis specifically, but I think Was it? Did you ever play Earthworm Jim?
Oh yes, yes I did. I have that
Yeah.
game, and I love that
yeah.
game. It's like the
Yeah.
best game ever.
I remember I went to Toys R Us to play Earthworm Jim a lot.
It's like
It's now-
groovy.
It's so good. That's the only place I could play video games that I don't have.
It was like it had so many cool character designs.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, like Earthworm Jim is just this earthworm that found a super suit and he became Earthworm Jim.
Oh yeah.
And then like there's a psychotic crow named Psycrow. And what else is there? There was like that
The design
dog.
of like the whole art and everything was actually really good for its time. I felt like.
It was so good that they made a cartoon show. Did you know that?
Yeah, I used to watch it.
Yeah, that cartoon show was also really hilarious. Like if you watch it now, you'll still find it hilarious.
Oh man, I'm afraid that I will do one day.
No, so this other podcast I listened to called
Yeah.
Pixels in the Animation, and they watch these old like animated shows and then they review them, and they usually have terrible things to say about all the shows they watch. But Earthworm Jim, they just could not stop saying like, "I love this show so much."
Oh man, that's really good then.
Yeah. What was that? There was that one character where it was a fish in a fishbowl.
Oh yeah, fish and fishbowl. I don't know the name.
What was his name? Something like Bob the Fish. Oh wait, was it Bob the Fish? Let me check.
It was a villain, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was a villain. Yeah, his name is Bob the Fish.
Fish.
Bob the Fish from Earthworm Jim, right? Bob the Killer Goldfish. That was his name. Yeah. So Bob the Killer Goldfish. I remember there was like this character named Queen Slug for a butt. And like, let's see, what else was there? There was like that booger character. You remember that?
Booger character?
Yeah, he was a booger character, and he used his snot as like a bungee cord. Oh, his name was Snot. Yeah, that game was amazing. I can't believe like it didn't continue.
Oh yeah, it's not good games. But I don't know, like half of it, like I think those were the iconic games, though, right, for Genesis. Because then the rest of the games they're kind of like mixed in between. So there'll be one for Nintendo, Super Nintendo. There'll be Genesis sort of way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there wasn't a lot of Genesis games that stood out for me aside from those one.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there was also that game Booger Man, but I never played it. There was also Clay Fighter.
Oh, Clay Fighter. Well, they have it on Super Nintendo though.
Oh, do they? Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, they do. So it wasn't exclusive to Genesis. I mean, what about you for SNES? Any other like games you remember?
Oh, tons. Mega Man X was amazing.
Oh, that game was. I remember
Yeah.
the first level. The song was like do 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 do. I don't know.
Yeah, it's so fun. Like it was such a big change from the other Mega Man, the old Mega Man series. That you're like, whoa, what is this? Power ups?
Yeah.
Fly? You could jump? Air that? What? What is
And
this?
then the Mega Man guy, he looks way better too.
Oh yeah. He looks so badass.
And then they got like a Zero on it, and Zero was amazing.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, that's Zero. I want. That was like the Knuckles for Sonic.
I know, they're the same color too.
Yeah.
Wait,
I was like, oh my god, this guy's so badass. I want him.
wait, they're exactly the same color. The main characters, Mega Man and
Blue.
Sonic, are blue.
Yep.
And then Zero and Knuckles are red.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Huh. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that was cool. I mean, did you play Star Fox?
I did, but I didn't play it as much as most people did. I guess I only played it because back then there was like there's like Blockbuster as well, right? But there's also like those small mom and pop places that lets you rent games.
Mm-hmm.
So I would play it for like a weekend. I was like, oh, that's cool, and then I'll try another game, and then do a whole bunch of that.
Yeah.
It's cheap.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what other SNES games. Did you ever play Chrono Trigger?
Oh yeah, definitely. I played it not on the console though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're
So-
not going to discuss about that.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you a story about it first, and then we won't discuss about it anymore.
Okay.
So, like then I got to like the final boss, and then I saved it and whatnot, and then my computer had a virus, and I had to format my computer, and I was like, no, final boss, so close.
Oh,
Damn you,
okay.
virus.
Yeah.
The sadness.
Tends to be the issue.
So I never beat it, but I played it. Super Mario RPG.
Super Mario RPG. Oh yeah, I heard. I don't like RPG, so I didn't really play that much. But I know that game.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if you like. Maybe I think you might like it. It's different from a lot of RPGs because it has like a whole bunch of mini games.
Oh, does it?
So it was kind of cool. It was hard because for me back then, like I borrowed my friend's guidebook to get me through a lot of the puzzles. Cause like, oh man, where do I go now? What the hell?
Okay.
So I guess that comes up to the next game, Super Metroid. Because Super Metroid was amazing.
Wait, so did you play Super Metroid and Metroid?
Yes, I did. Metroid was on Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
I
what do
played
you think?
Super Metroid, and then I went back into playing Metroid on the Nintendo. I was like, oh my god, this is cool now.
So did you like playing Metroid?
Yeah, I think. Well, I think it definitely adds to it. Now, once I played Super Metroid, because Super Metroid really like brought me into like the world, and then they showed me like the ways of playing because it had a lot of intricate stuff, and then you play Metroid, and it's more or less the same. It's just a little bit more basic, but it has some of the function and everything as well. So it was still pretty cool, like because the concept is the same, and I thought that was really cool. Fight the boss and everything. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I'm trying to wonder, like, I'm wondering, like, what other, like, SNES games, though, that I played, that you might have played. Did you play Contra 3 Alien War?
I remember I wanted it, because it's Contra, but I never played it. Yeah, I know about it, though. I just never played it. Did you play Killer Instinct, Tony?
I didn't play on the SNES. I actually bought Killer Instinct Gold when it was on the N64.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I mean, for what it was, I liked that at the time. You know me, I like all fighting games.
Oh, which reminds me, I know a game that you definitely played.
Which
Street
is
Fighter.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
The most obvious of things.
Well, I mean, I have that. When I play Street Fighter, I play on the Genesis because that's the only.
Oh, did you? Oh, really?
Yeah, and it sucks because you know the Genesis controller, like you have like A, B, C, and then start, and that's all you have.
Yeah, there's no LR. Or was there LR?
So no, there wasn't. So you would have to get like the updated Genesis controller. So when the Genesis was released, there was only A, B, C, start, and then later on in the life cycle of the Genesis, they released the A, B, C, and then X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, it was weird because then there was a 3-button controller and a 6-button. So in all the games that were released for Genesis, they had to make a control scheme where it would work with a 3-button controller and a 6-button controller.
So hard.
Yeah, and you know the stupid thing about like me. So I never had a 6-button controller because my parents were like, "Oh, it's so expensive. We're not going to buy you one." And I only had the 3-button. So what happened in Street Fighter was A would be light punch, B would be medium punch, C would be hard punch.
Okay.
And then you have to hit start, and when you hit start, it toggles. So now A is light kick, B is medium kick, and then C is hard kick. I know, and there was no button to pause the game because
I was just like, why can't they make it like select button or something? But there's no select button.
No, the original controller did not have a select. It was just a D-pad, start, and then ABC.
God.
I remember because like in Mortal Kombat, it was worse because it's the same thing. Your start toggles, right? So actually no, I'll tell you this. This is gonna be really dumb to hear, but hopefully I still remember this. So A is light punch. Sorry, low punch.
Okay.
B is block, and then C is low kick, and then A and B together is high punch, and then B and C together is high kick. So now imagine how hard it is to hit the combos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I remember because I was learning Smoke's combo, and Smoke's combo was like high punch, low kick, high kick, low punch, and I was doing AB, and C, and then BC, and then A. It was like it was so tough to do that because like I did not have a 6-button controller.
That trains you for the world.
Yeah, it's like okay, you gotta work with what you have. Welcome to the real world. Yeah.
Oh man. What other games did you play on? Because then did you play any? You didn't have a Super Nintendo, right?
I didn't have a Super Nintendo, but I played Super Nintendo games because my friends had it. I played a bunch
Right.
of the Dragon Ball Japanese games.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Definitely play those.
Yeah, the ones where like it's split screen, and then you have to like go closer or farther, and then you do like the battles with the beam and stuff.
Oh yeah. Those are fun, man.
Yeah, it's like Dragon Ball Super Butoden.
Yeah. That's why like when the PlayStation came out with like the Dragon Ball, I'm like, I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be like that. It's like, oh no, it's different completely.
Completely different. You're talking about Budokai, right?
Yeah. I was like, oh okay, I'm over it.
Yeah, I played the Budokai. I didn't like it. Budokai 3 was okay, but Budokai 1 and 2 or whatever. Budokai Tenkaichi was okay too. Budokai Tenkaichi was the third person one where the camera was behind you.
Oh.
What else? So those are your NES. SNES.
Yeah.
Did you play N64?
I mean, there's always like those. What's that?
N64?
I stopped after like Super Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I just played up to Nintendo or Super Nintendo, and then I think games were getting expensive, and then at that time I was going into the computer phase, so I just stopped playing that altogether, and it's just like.
Okay, so I guess we can move on to the computer phase then. What were some retro PC games you had?
One of them was like those cereal games. You know how like when you buy cereal, they give you like those games for free.
Oh yeah.
It was like Captain Crunch something, and it's essentially like Doom but with Captain Crunch.
Yeah, I remember that. Did you ever play the Burger King one?
No, I didn't get that one. No.
The Burger King one was like Metal Gear Solid, but you sneak around as the Burger King.
Oh.
Yeah, and you're supposed. It's so weird and creepy because you're supposed to like sneak around and then you surprise people and offer them burgers. It's
For the burgers.
It's like and the game was called The Sneak King. It was like so dumb, but people still played it.
Back then was awesome.
What?
I don't remember what other retro PC games there were.
Commander Keen. Did you ever play that?
No. Oh man.
Oh man, that game was fun. It was a side scroller. Commander Keen was made by the same company that made Doom, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, because I remember like my computer at the time was like not even that great. It was like was it Windows 3.1?
Oh yeah.
So it was like what game can play this? What can my computer handle?
Or like when
I didn't really get anything like till like later in life.
Wait, was that the time? Yeah, I don't know if you experienced this, but that was around the same time where my dad always took me computer swap meet. Have you ever gone?
Computer swap meet? I've been to a swap meet that had like tradable games.
Mm-hmm. No, like it's specifically called a computer swap meet.
Oh no! Where? What?
I don't remember where because I was a kid, but it was like mid '90s, and my dad would take me there, and they sell like a bunch of stuff. Like they sell old like hard drives, old like adapters and stuff like that, and they'll have this whole section of just like video games, and you can get a bunch of video games for cheap. And you could also get those like demo discs. You can buy a demo disc that has like 60 shareware games.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I was stuck with Solitaire and Minesweeper.
Oh. Oh, I remember getting those, and I was like Heretic, or Heretic. I don't know how you. Commander Keen, Iron Man, Exo Man of War. There's this game. Shoot, I forgot. I'm gonna look it up right now. It was similar to Worms, but it was like not turn-based. It's like it starts with an L. Oh, cool! I put Worms not turn-based, and then someone on the forum said, "What is this old DOS game reminiscent of a non-turn-based Worms?" Oh, it's Liero. Okay, so there's this game called Liero, and you can still download it today. It was released in 1999. It's a Liero, and so. You know how Worms plays, right?
Yeah.
So now imagine Worms, but not turn-based. It's like all live action. You move your worm around at all times, and you're shooting with all these different guns in real time.
Oh god, that's cool.
Yeah, it has like 40 weapons.
Yeah, I'm looking at like the list. I'm like, these are pretty much just like Worm style lists. But yeah,
Yeah, I remember playing that like hours and hours on end, like on my DOS system, and it was just amazing. And I was like I don't know, like I was actually very impressed that a game like that existed.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just like Gunbound without the limitation of turn-based.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing, but it's only 1-on-1.
Oh, that's fine. But man, it's interesting though. I think once I started like, getting a computer that could play real games, that was when it got fun. Like Worms.
Yeah. Have you ever played Bionic Commando?
Bionic Commando sounds familiar. I don't know if I did.
It was on NES, but the reason I'm bringing it up is that the main thing in Bionic Commando is he has an arm where he like hooks onto like a wall and he swings from it, kind of Spider-Man. So in that game Liero, one of your supplies is something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Oh, I did play Bionic Commando. That game was fun.
Yeah, that was really fun, but really hard.
But it made me feel so cool. It was like a Spider-Man back in the day.
Yeah, pretty much. Do you have any other like computer games, retro game that you played back then?
Trying to think. No, I don't think those qualify as retro anymore. Yeah, not for PC anyways. Because around then is like when it started hitting like the early 2000-ish.
Oh, okay.
And I started playing like games like Quake and Unreal.
Oh, okay. Yeah. For listeners, for the purpose of this podcast, we're considering anything before 2000 as retro. So, did you ever play Rise of the Triad?
No. Sounds familiar though. Rise.
It was a early first person. There was also another game called Rise of the Robots, and that was like a fighting game with robots.
Oh. No, I don't think I played it. It looks like... Doesn't look retro though.
Rise of the Triad. Let me check. Rise of the Triad. Oh, wow. They actually have it on Steam.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like the same one that you played.
No, I'm talking about the one that was in 1994. Oh, did you ever play the original Duke Nukem?
No, I didn't. Man. I think the first game, like first person game I played was just like Quake 2. So I never got a chance to do.
Well, Duke Nukem actually did not start off as a first person.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it started off as like a side scroller, kind of like Commander Keen.
Oh.
And it was very fun too, but it was very super cartoony. And
I see that.
Yeah, when they switched it to 3D, then suddenly he had way more personality. Because like in the original one, it wasn't like that vulgar. And then once it went 3D, somehow it became super vulgar.
Everything seems so real.
Yeah, man. So actually, for the 32, 64-bit era, did you ever play anything on 64, like N64, or did you play anything on PlayStation 1? Or even Sega Saturn?
Oh man, I played like the only PlayStation game I played was not during that time, but it was like later on. But it was like, was it Marvel vs. Capcom?
Oh yeah,
that game was fun.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Hours.
Oh man, I wasted so much of my life. Yeah, that game. Yeah, because the Dreamcast version allowed you to switch characters, but the PlayStation one, it did not because there was not enough memory.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever play any of the wrestling games on the N64?
No. I know you're talking about one though. Yeah, no, I played them at Toy Us. I think I tried them out. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, let's try it out. And it was so different.
Yeah, it's different. It's not really fun when you're playing against the CPU.
Yeah.
But it's really fun as a party game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because then people are like, no one knows what they're doing. So it becomes more funny to see like what people do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what other PlayStation. I mean, I played Metal Gear Solid. I don't like long games, but Metal Gear Solid was the first game that was that long that I actually finished.
Oh wow.
There was a shooter on PlayStation called Einhander. It was like Einhander. It was a really fun game. No, it's Einhander.
Oh, okay.
It's a really good 3D overhead shooter, kind of like Raiden.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
And on the Dreamcast, there was a game called Ikaruga, and that was really good too. It's Ikaruga. Yeah. So the cool thing about this game is that your ship can change between a black color and a white color, and your enemies shoot you in either black bullets or white bullets.
Oh, cool.
So you can toggle in anytime. And if they shoot at white bullets, they shoot white bullets at you, and you are colored white, you absorb all the bullets. So if you're a white ship, you ignore the black. If you're a black ship, you ignore the white. So it's like you have to like prevent yourself, and you have to strategize on like when you need to switch between what. And I just realized. I realized that sounds a little racist.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of laughing.
It's like segregation, right?
You ignore the whites. The black, you ignore the whites.
Yeah. What else is around that? Did you play Smash Brothers?
Yeah. Well, I played on the Wii.
Oh, okay.
But I play a lot on the Wii, but I played a little bit of it when I was for this N64, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I only play it when at the store or like when I was at the dentist waiting.
Dentist? Man, you have a cool dentist.
Dude, they have like those games, like those game system there for you to wait. And it's like at the Vietnamese place.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to go there early, Mom. I don't want.
That's pretty funny.
I don't mind if it's a long time.
That's pretty funny that they do that. But you know what? I had a dentist who also had like a PlayStation setup.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was also a Vietnamese one. It's only the Vietnamese one because all the non-Vietnamese ones I've been to, they don't do that.
Maybe you don't wait long.
Yeah. Let's see. So, you have anything else for the PC games or the 32 and 64-bit?
I do not. I think that's about all the games, the retro games, anyways, that I played.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I can't read. It's like I know I play a lot, but I can't remember. I mean, Final Fantasy I didn't play, but I know a lot of people played it. I like Final Fantasy Tactics. PlayStation N64 I played Mortal Kombat Mythologies, Sub-Zero. It was a terrible, terrible, terrible game, but I played it anyway. Mario Kart 64, Star Fox 64, Super Mario 64.
Banjo-Kazooie?
I didn't play Banjo-Kazooie. I had Diddy Kong Racing. That was really good.
Oh. What's the other one? Crash Bandicoot?
I did play Crash Bandicoot. I wasn't too fond of that game. I didn't, I don't really know. The style wasn't really my style.
Okay.
Yeah. I know they did a remake and people like it, but that's not really my style. I mean, mostly fighting games like Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, Mortal Kombat 4, what else? Marvel vs. Capcom, Marvel vs. Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Marvel Superheroes. Sorry, did I say Marvel vs. Street Fighter? Okay, yeah, that's right. And then they do. And then X-Men vs. Street Fighter. That was what I was thinking of.
Yeah, I played them all.
Yeah. And then, on PlayStation 2, there was a Capcom vs. SNK.
Oh, yeah, that one was big.
Yeah, but that's not a 32.
I mean, you want to do, retro Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, Game Boy. I didn't really play too much of it. I think when I got my Game Boy... The first Game Boy I had was Game Boy Advance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I don't remember what I played on it. Advance Wars.
Oh, that game's fun.
Yeah. Final Fantasy Tactics, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. You see a pattern with my games, right?
I was even surprised they had those games on there, actually. I was like, what?
Yeah, they had Street Fighter. It was a 2D, so it was Super Street Fighter 2. And then they had Mortal Kombat, but it was 3D, so that was really cool. And then they also had Tekken 4 on Game Boy Advance.
Oh.
So it was 3D. That was, but yeah, Game Boy Advance. There was this game called Ninja 5-0. That was a side-scrolling ninja game that was similar to Ninja Gaiden, but you had the arm just like Bionic Commando. So that was really cool. I don't remember any. But you don't have anything else?
Nope. That's all I got for all the games that I remember back then. I started playing less games.
Yeah, same here. I'll just move on to the next thing then, where we should just try to finish up.
You got mail. You got mail. You got mail.
Mailbag and community question. So last week our question was, what's your favorite cheat code for a video game? We actually only got one response, and it was from Judge Greg. So Judge Greg says the Justin Bailey code. Do you remember that Justin Bailey code?
No, I don't think I ever played it.
So you know the password system we were talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in the Metroid game, if you put in Justin Bailey, then you start off with Samus without her suit. So she's in like a leotard.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like in her blue, I think it was blue leotard. So it's like Zero Suit Samus from like Smash Brothers.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, like he was saying like, with all due respect to Konami Code, Justin Bailey was the original. So that was cool. But yeah, we don't have any other responses. Do you have like a question for next week?
Man, I have a response to them. I was like, man, not a lot of people did a lot of cheat codes when they were playing games and stuff.
I know. It's like they probably all listen to us and they're like, oh, you guys are cheaters, and then they unsubscribe.
Let's see. Question for next week. Let's see. Yeah, we have one about what movie or what video game you think would be cool to see as a movie.
We didn't have that one yet, so that's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, so to the listeners, what video game that hasn't been made to a movie yet that you would like to see as a movie? And you guys can tweet us at NTFTTpod. So after this episode airs, I'll post a community question up. And so I might rename it to listener question, so it's less characters, so Twitter doesn't like punish me. All right, so let's get on to the game time.
Sure.
Finally.
He's been waiting for this moment.
Yeah. Okay, so in this game, I have 5 songs from video games that I will be playing, and after each one, you have to guess which game it is from.
Okay.
I'll tell you if you're right or not after your guess, and reveal to you what the true game is, true answer.
Okay.
But the other twist to this is that at the end, you have to find out what is in common with these 5 games. All right. So to the listeners, you guys can play along too. So the first audio clip. Let's see. What was that?
Is it the Yoshi or Mario? God damn it. Yoshi, right?
What is it?
Yoshi's Island? No, wait. No.
What's your final answer?
Oh, God. Yeah, the Yoshi's Island.
Yes.
Okay, God, good.
You are correct. That was the athletic theme from Yoshi's Island. All right. You got one question down. Let me do the next.
Dig my hole, you build a wall. I dig my hole, you build a wall.
How old are you going with the games?
Doesn't matter. You don't know.
Oh, God damn it. Okay.
You should know this one though.
Either Bastion or Transistor.
What's your final answer?
Damn it. Transistor?
Is that your final answer?
No. Wait. No, it's Bastion.
Yes, it is Bastion. You are correct.
Dude, I was like, what the hell? That's not it's not even like 8-bit music at all.
Nope, it's not. So it's a song called "Build That Wall," and it's Zai's theme from Bastion.
Okay.
All right, here's the next one. What was that?
Donkey Kong?
Which Donkey Kong?
Oh, God. God damn it. The first one.
What's the name of it?
Oh, my. Donkey Kong Country.
Yes, it's Donkey Kong Country.
Okay.
All right. It's kind of funny because I chose these songs without knowing that you played these, and you actually have. I mean, aside from Bastion, but yeah, so far you're doing well. Let's see.
All right, more than 50%. That's all I wanted.
I'm not sure if you know this one, so let me play that. It's just that thing repeated over and over.
I'm gonna guess Double Dragon.
Is that your
Super
final
Double
answer?
Dragon? I get, yeah, Super Double Dragon. Double Dragon.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
Damn it! What is it?
It's Mortal Kombat 2 on SNES.
Oh, I did. Oh, it's two. Oh, I said Mortal Kombat, and then I took it back. God damn it!
Yeah, it's Mortal Kombat 2. So the character select screen.
Okay, because I got the first thing, the gong. I was like Mortal Kombat, and then it played the rest. I'm like, what?
Yeah, no, that's correct. Yeah, so the gong was where you should have stopped at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I did it. But I heard more. Now I'm like, what?
You're like all confused, like, wait, it sounds like dragons.
Yeah, and I was like, wait, what?
All right, we got one last one. Let me play this. You should know this one, I think.
Is it Mega Man?
We'll see. What was that?
Was it Rugrats?
Yes, you are correct.
I never even played it.
I know. I actually chose that one because I know it's a 16-bit game, but then I know that you probably never played it, but at least you know the theme.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
know it was neat. Cool.
So the 5 games.
What they have in common?
So Yoshi's Island.
Okay, Yoshi, Mortal Kombat, Diddy Kong, Rugrats, Bastion.
Yes.
What the hell? Okay. Hold on. Do I need to know anything about Rugrats to make the connection aside from the show?
No.
Okay.
I'm pretty confident you know everything you need to know to make the connection.
Oh god damn it! I was gonna make a random guess that was nothing.
Really? What was your random guess?
I was like, oh, are they done by the same composer?
Oh no.
Let's see. Donkey Kong and Mortal Kombat. Donkey Kong has barrels and monkeys. Is it just like, no, I was gonna say dolphins.
What does Mortal Kombat have that Donkey Kong Country has? How about this?
Partner?
Kind of. Let me think. How do I give you a hint on?
I think Bastion has thrown me off by a lot.
Okay, so what does Yoshi's Island have in common with Rugrats?
Kids.
Okay, that's good. You're getting there. So what do those two have in common with Donkey Kong Country?
Oh, Donkey Kong Country has like the kid partner.
Okay, now what does that have in common with Mortal Kombat 2?
God damn, you play Mortal Kombat, you beat up your friends.
But you have fatalities, and what else do you have?
Oh, yeah, friendship.
Okay, what else do you have?
Besides friendship. Oh, babality?
Yes, and then what is the main character in Bastion?
Kid, I think?
Yes.
Okay.
So
I was like, wait, it's something to do with kid? I was like, what?
yeah, so all the 5 of those games have to do with kids or children.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Because I was thinking about themes. I'm like, the hell is Bastion doing there?
I know, Bastion was the one that was hard to like connect. But I was like, oh, the main character's name is actually the kid. So I'm like, okay, I'll just use that. I know it's a little stretch.
He's just a young adult called the kid.
Yeah. So Bastion was the kid. Yoshi's Island is Baby Mario, Donkey Kong
Yeah.
Country, Diddy Kong, Mortal Kombat 2 is Babalities, Rugrats is all babies. So
Yeah, I think the Mortal Kombat one, unless like you said like Babality and all that stuff,
yeah,
I wouldn't have made the connection because like okay, I made a connection between Donkey Kong, Rugrats, and Yoshi,
hmm
and the other one was just like what?
yeah, that's actually why I chose Mortal Kombat 2 because that's when Babality started.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's pretty good. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool.
yeah.
Funny.
Good job.
Stupid Mortal Kombat. Why does it sound like that?
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. So let's move on to the final lap. Quoc, do you have anything to promote?
Nope.
Okay. Thanks again to Judge Greg for both the topic suggestion and the community answer. So listeners, you can contribute to our show by emailing us at ntfttpod@gmail.com, and you can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at ntfttpod. Our website is actually live now, and it's ntfttpod.com. And when you go there, you'll see all the feeds from all of our social media accounts. So check it out. And I might actually also be posting blog items on there as well, like maybe random reviews. But yeah,